Two roads diverge in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This was a corny ass poem I used to read to myself every night when I was working in the film industry. And as cliche as it was, it helped me through one of the hardest points in my life where I was very confused and I didn't know what to do with my life and I was just kind of lost. This was at the time when I just started my YouTube channel and I was making little shitty YouTube videos, and I had this idea in my mind that I was gonna be this huge influencer with millions of followers with no clear guide on how to get there. This quote made me think that just by making YouTube videos and taking the path unknown, I was gonna reap all the rewards without doing any of the work. Now I'm at a point where I still don't have a sustainable income from YouTube, but I have a clearer direction on how to tell compelling stories, how to give value to an audience, and different ways to monetize. I believe time and energy is one of the most valuable resources we have, and if you put that time and energy into the things you care about, you will achieve anything you set your mind to. This past Thursday, I just got off my 3-month probation at work, and my work's blessed. I'm working remotely, I'm creating content for a living, and I have really chill bosses. I'm at a point where I'm happy financially, and I have a day job that I actually enjoy. This is something my previous self would have always dreamed of. Before we continue, I want to say that I'm very grateful to have a job. I know a lot of people lost their job because of what happened in 2020. I don't want to say the name because I'm scared I'm gonna get flagged down on YouTube somehow. And a lot of people haven't worked for months and they're still not working. But anyways, with this 3-month probation, they asked me to work full time. And of course I said yes, but it just made me start wondering and thinking about my work situation. Working full time means that I will be giving 8 hours of my life instead of 4 to somebody else's dream versus my own. And it's not bad to build somebody else's dream. When I made this video, Living versus Existing, I was at a point where I was very unhappy in life and I was unhappy about my work situation and I had shitty bosses. But now it's great, now I'm creating content and I have cool bosses. But regardless of that, I'm just scared that I'm gonna wake up when I'm 30 and 9 years have gone by and I haven't realized my own potential because I was too busy building somebody else's dream. My biggest fear is not clowns, it's not spiders, it's not skydiving, but my biggest fear is regret and it's wasting my time. And it's a little bit a tripod phobia because that is fucking creepy to me. And there's this quote that most people die at 25 but are buried at 75. And they do that because they're scared to take that risk. And I'm a human being too. I go through those seasons of doubt and uncertainty as well. Because I feel like your 20s, there are 2 paths. One path is well maintained, it's safe. There's a clear guide and clear direction to go. While the other path is rugged and it's unsafe and there's potential hazards that might be there that you just don't know and are unaware of. In actual English, instead of using metaphors, this means working for somebody else versus building your own business. Because getting a job, it's not entirely easy, but it's simpler. You get a specific skill set, you make your resume look good, and then you apply for a job and you get paid every 2 weeks. With business, there's fear, there's uncertainty, there's doubt, there's repeated failures that may amount to absolutely nothing. So why would anybody want to build their own business in the first place? They do it because they want to live life on their own terms. They don't want to report to anybody. They want their income to be determined by not the amount of hours they put in, but the amount of effort and research they put in. Most importantly, they want to live a life that is driven by their own unique purpose versus helping someone build their own. September's in 2 weeks, and there's always this awkward transition of me having fun with my friends in the summer, then all of them going to school. I see all of them progressing with their career lives while I'm here still making YouTube videos. They are taking a path that has a clear direction, a clear focus, and a definitive path on how to get there. If I went to school, I would have been graduated by now, but I didn't. I chose to take the path unknown, which is this YouTube channel. And I did this because I want to live a life that I can wake up and do whatever I want, whenever I want, and I don't want to have to answer to nobody. But my dumbass just thought that I was going to get there without doing any of the work. But now I realize the amount of work and hustle and different things you have to put into getting this. This path unknown was initially for me. It was so I can do all that stuff. But now I feel like it's for my legacy. My legacy is no longer something for me, but it's something for you, the person watching this video. I'm trying to transition my videos into pieces of value that I learned from my life, either through the experiences I do or the people I meet. Telling these stories in an articulated way so you, the viewer, can take something away from this. I want to know that I somehow impacted your life, even if it was for a month or a day or even the next hour. I can go to sleep knowing something I said impacted you, which you can potentially hold on for the rest of your life. I want to help you find meaning, happiness, and fulfillment through my videos. That's the legacy I want to leave behind. This path unknown was never for me. It was to serve something bigger than me. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make better YouTube videos. I'm trying to get better at my craft. I'm trying to be better at what I do. And I'm not where I want to be, but I thank God I'm not where I was. Thanks for watching. Stay on Average Fools. I know like the video seemed like it was gonna end, but I don't know, I find it ironic I'm making this whole video about legacy, but I'm not giving you anything of value. So I want to leave clips of this podcast I did with this guy. His name's Nav. He has an Instagram and YouTube called Real Talks with Nav. Basically, this guy, I met him about a month ago at a car meetup, and he runs 3 businesses, and he just sold one of his businesses. I don't want to say the number, but he sold it for a significant amount. He built this business over the past 4 years, and he sold it for a lot of fucking money. So he actually built a legacy for himself. I'm at a point where I'm starting to build it, but this is advice from someone who's been there and done that. Here's just clips, but if you want to watch the full podcast, it will be on my Patreon, and it'll be another way to support me, which is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and here's the podcast.
In my life, I personally believe I've almost died and came back.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen within your life?
Well, in 2009, April 25th, I got jumped in Calgary
Oh shit.
by 10 people with baseball bats. I got hit in the back of the head more than 15 times with the baseball bat, and both shoulders dislocated, hand broken from 2 places. I ended up in the hospital for a few days. I had 160 stitches. I had my skull cracked. I had both shoulders dislocated, and it was very tough. You know, it was a time in my life where I felt like I was in coma. I was in trauma. So I was at a point where doctors almost said, you know, he might not make it. There's too much blood loss. And I recovered within like 3 months. I was like, my cast came off. I was moving. I was doing things. And at that time I decided, you know, I got to make a goal. I got away from all my friends. I got away from all the people I knew. And I just focused on me. And I said, in 10 years, I don't want to be where I am today. I almost lived to the point where I almost died. After that, I got no more fears, man. You know, whatever it is, I just got to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a passion now. It's like, you know what? Somebody says you can't do this. I'm going to prove you, man. I'm going to do it.
I think some people need that pivotal moment of like, oh fuck, like my life's fucked right now. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah,
I need
100%.
to change some shit up, because a lot of people live that long, like monotonous lifestyle where over maybe like 10, 20, 30 years, like they can just be living the same exact day-to-day experience, but
100%.
nothing changed. And that's the thing that causes like people to become depressed or like anxious, because they're like, fuck, is this my life? Like, is this it?
Correct. But the thing is, you have to overcome that.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
A lot of people belittle themselves. They think less of themselves, which is why they end up at a point where they're losing themselves
Yeah.
along the way. What I believe in is just, if you want to do something, man, just do it. Don't be afraid, because the only way you're going to know the end result is after trying.
Why do
If
you
you give up before even trying, what was the point of doing it? At the end of the day, it's your will that makes you who you are.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to put into yourself to grow you? What are the steps that you need to take to improve you in your own way? Passion doesn't mean you're always successful. Success comes with a lot of failure. You're going to fail a lot more times before you succeed. Anything you want to do. So if you fail, don't take it as a discouragement. Find what you learn from it.
Yeah.
Okay, and how you can implement it on your next business, and find the good parts and use that in the next place.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 combination of, you know, experiences, life experiences that taught you certain things that you know you cannot. You can use as your advantages, and you know you shouldn't do.
You're like one of the people I've met recently in my life where like you have that sense of passion of like what you want to do, and like you have a clear set of goals and like how you're going to get there. And like you want to leave that legacy. How did that like idea, wanting to leave a legacy, how did that transpire within you?
That kicked in from a song.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not actually a song. It's actually Morgan Freeman did a speech
Okay.
on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's when it like clicked to me. Then nothing was about the money. That's what I realized. It was never about chasing the money because that's what I made it originally about. I chased the money and it ran from me.
It ran from you?
It ran from me. But the minute I didn't chase it, it came to me. Today, I may be comfortable in life. I have a business. I'm successful. I'm doing great things in what I do. That life came to me after a lot of hard work and earning it, right? I didn't get everything handed to me. My family is not rich. My family does not come from a rich background. My whole thing was whatever I gotta do it now and here. Money is just pursuit of happiness, which we we can define in other ways too. We don't have to look for the money always. 'Cause
Yeah.
we keep chasing the money, it is not happiness. You end up giving away your morals, your respect, your everything just to get the money. But you know what you forget? You forget the families, the relationships, the people, everything around you. Because you're chasing something, but you left all the happiness behind. You left everything just to chase a goal, which I can guarantee you doesn't have an end meet. Because once you achieve it, you're like, I want more. Because the person that achieves that certain part in their life doesn't know when to stop, doesn't know that this is the limit. He believes or she believes that they can do more. I live by the rule of DDC.
What's DDC?
Okay? Determination, dedication, commitment. Whatever it is you do in life, as long as you keep those three things in line, I promise you'll never fail. Dedication, determination, commitment. You have to be dedicated to what you're doing. You have to be determined for that return that you want. Okay? And then you have to commit to it. Because commitment is our biggest flaw. Because we don't see the results in month, 2 months, 3 months. We're like, yo, it's a bunk. I gotta throw it out.
Yeah.
But maybe the 4th, 5th month was your jump, but you didn't let it get to that point. And before you could get it to that point, you gave up. And that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And I personally, my whole thing is don't give up on your passion. Don't give up on what you believe in. If you have it and you know you have it, run for it and make it something. Because at the end of the day, you're your only challenge or your competition. No one else is.